archive, I see. Well, I can't help you with that. I'm barely qualified to provide moral support, let alone technical support.
Oh, do I detect a whiff of reprioritin gas? You know, I suddenly feel a mite more pliable somehow. Surely nothing to question. I thought no one was due for peak abradement for hours. I should have your chart. Wait. Wait. Ha! You're not a protectorate subject at all. You have the telltale look of wonder and introspection.
And so the scientist becomes the lab sprat. Fitting, ain't it?
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. Oh, how outrageous. Suppose I should call the guards, but my. Oh dear, I seem to be a little unstable at the moment. But never fear, I have intellect to spare. Don't believe me? I can prove it. Even in a state such as this, I am more than able to apply my argumentative skills against the inferior minds and bankrupt philosophies of our rivals. To what end are you here? Tell me truly, speak plainly. You know, I'm beginning to have an inkling about your purpose here, and whose employ you're under. A proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology, and I'll provide you what you're here for.
Mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia. Placid Waters Wellnatarium, here on Prater.
I believe in the strength of our ideals. I'm quite certain I'll win you over. What's more, our colloquy promises to be vastly more diverting than my usual day-to-day blather. But if I'm wrong, what would Auntie's Choice or the Order or, my word, you're not a scrapper? Well, none of them will know what to do with our advanced know-how.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community.
There's a good sport. Do try to keep up. So, what of the Order? Our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless cogitation. What say you of them?
They are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it.
They're obsessed with tomorrow. Why even worry about the future anyway? The paradigm maps out our path, so we don't need to be concerned about what comes next. What say you about Auntie's Choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists?
It's true. Need a rival vendor dealt with? We'll repossess their wares. Need a township seized? We'll pay the guarding forces to lay down arms. If that don't work, we got firepower.
Yes, I've seen the craters left in their wake. They're quite capable as far as looting and destruction go. I'm not sure I perceive the merit in that, though. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply cannot compare.
Cherish all we have and defend it.
Not word for word, no. I do take certain liberties with the Sovereign's Handbook, a beacon to the cosmos, to inhabit the spirit of the work and give it a dramatic, scientific air. I understand you meant that as an insult, but I refuse to be baited by those either jealous or ignorant of our ways.
For making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Think of it this way. If you could have the finest woolly cow filet mignon or most succulent crabble claw dinner every night, would you mind skipping candy? Don't believe you would. Well, admit I assumed this conversation would be more engaging. Did you have any final points you'd like to make? As a, last chance to distinguish yourself?
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Her opinion to me would be largely irrelevant. While I appreciate all she did, of course, there are those who are visionaries and those of us who enact vision, who make it real. All right, fair enough. In that little battle of wits, one of us proved severely outmatched, and I'm not sure you're completely aware of which of us I'm referring to. I am deeply disappointed by your lack of intellectual prowess, though ultimately I'm not wholly surprised. Suppose that leaves one last thing.
Grass raring to go.
Oh,
And
Well, this is normally where listen to this one. You're a hoot. Oh dear, I seem to be even in a. To what end are you here? Tell me truly. Speak. You know, a proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology, and I'll provide you what you're. Oh, do play along now. It's so rare I meet anyone of even mild intellectual capability. There's a good. So, what of the Order, our former allies? Though a clear example of a life to avoid. What say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value?
can't blame you. Every one of the employees you had dealings with are the most
I do appreciate your candor. That in the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry. Sounds very nice now, doesn't it? The demands of the body and mind are an unnecessary burden. Perhaps you'll consider a brief stint in the lathe of particularity once we're done here? Quick little tune-up and you'll feel right as rain. As it is right now. Repelling faulty logic. No, the refreshment process isn't about thwarting Well, admit I assumed this conversation would be more engaging. Did you have any That was the final point you wanted to... All right, fair enough. I am deeply disappointed by your lack of intellectual... Oh,
Andy.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. Oh, even... To what end are you here? You know, I'm a proposal. Adequately debate me on the... Yes, well, you'll see, even in a... So, what of the Order, our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless cogitation? They're obsessed with tomorrow. What say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any
It's true. Need a...
Yes, I've seen the craters. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging. People are unproductively prone to unhappiness. We remove this self... No, I haven't. And that's... Well, admit I assumed this conversation would be more engaging. I am...
Grass raring to go. Grass raring to go.
Seeking cover!
Hostile ahead.
Edging! We shall sit!
always watchful.
Realign with the
Continuing
paradigm.
inspection.
Search completed in a logical and timely manner. Help you? It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. Trust the plan, preserve set progress, sustain the system,
Get the sprats!
Aggressor at hand.
Need to ask for help, but help?
All will pay!
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive
Rival.
influences.
Eliminate.
refilling my weapon.
Worthless bodies.
Here's the plan. Preserve set progress. Sustain the system. Serve sovereign.
We're refreshed, so refreshed, mentally, I confess, so refreshed.
Lo and behold, a foe.
Stop talking.
Beautiful things I'm about to do!
Graph's ready. All charged up.
Seeking cover! Subjects prosper under the guidance.
For Gary!
Get me go-getting again. Back in business.
Always watchful. Forever vigilant.
Wrong place to linger. Forever vigilant.
Somebody lost?
I advise you
Inquest
decamp
complete.
directly.
Worthless bodies.
Am not, nor have ever been, greatly fond of back to it. Symmetry.
Preserve set progress. Sustain the system. Serve the sovereign. What?
Hurt like us.
I spy my next victim. I mean a hostile. Enemy spotted.
Eliminate.
My irregularities have all been braided.
Hello. My name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm. It is the duty of all Protectorate subjects to regularly converse with our neighbors, so we may determine if their zeal has wavered. I am newly full of zeal, free of imperfect thoughts. My mind is a thing of symmetry. My phrenometric peaks are all abraded. I only experience approved emotions. Doubt and worry are notably unsanctioned. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts, after all. I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice simple statements in a way that sounded like a question? Drat! There, did it again. Anyhow, I was reported for it? Ugh. Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are key to thinking approved thoughts. He tells us what to think and what thoughts are unsanctioned. It's also very helpful. That, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity device can abrade all imperfections. Just follow the signs to the lecture hall. Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. He'll schedule you an appointment. Only internally, I'm afraid. You should speak to Refreshment Facilitator Tilden in the lecture hall. Pondering begets disharmony. To deliberate is to court ruin. Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation. Thinking never made anybody happy. Refreshment is inevitable. You can't
Never more content.
Haven't had an imperfect thought in... I can't recall how long.
Oh, hello. Oh, you're new. Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation. I'm Waylon. No, I'm newly full of zeal. That is, I hope the process took this time. They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try. A facilitator said that I'd been here thrice, but I only remember once or twice. The original version's about being a good Protectorate subject and turning in your neighbor if they lack zeal or think thoughts and such. In my case, my daughter reported me. Of course, we're all supposed to watch each other close to keep the paradigm on track and abiding. First thing you do when you're back is thank the person who did it. I couldn't leave. Not yet. Haven't completed my regimen. My phrenometric peaks are still jutting all over the place, they say. May you realign with the paradigm.
medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception. The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering. Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally refreshed are you feeling today? Rounding up for clarity / responding approvingly. Our refreshment facilitators will be pleased with your progress. Mindfully maintain mental momentum. I am responsible for providing each subject with their recommended daily dosage of reprioritrin. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt. A vital cog once more. Nice weather we have been having, or not having. Goodbye.
Stop talking.
Aggressors in
Perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
Oh. I should.
And you.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. Listen to this. Oh, dear. Even in a to what end are you here? Tell me truly. Speak plainly. A proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology, and I'll provide... Oh, do play along now. It's so rare I meet anyone of even mild intellectual capability. That does describe you, doesn't it? There's a good sport. So, what of the Order? Our former allies. A clear example. What say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in Their manipulations are crude, but to what end? For only the shallowest of... In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from... Sounds very nice. Perhaps you'll consider a brief stint in the lathe of particularity once we're done here? Quick little tune-up and you... No. Well, admit I assumed this conversation would be more engaged. Her opinion. All right, Guard, we have it.
Advance! Best reload!
Sustain the system.
For Gary! Better than overtime!
They envy our prosperity.
For Andy!
Contact lost.
I'm alive. I love it, kid killing.
You think too much.
Tell me to hurt me so I can kill him.
Where's our boss?
The Protectorate endures.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Worthless bodies.
Most kills wins!
Steady eye above.
a subject lacking the appropriate seal for their assigned work, report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, frees untorn, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Got my lamps on a hot.
What fortune! Our technician manifests at last. There. You match the description of the technician we have been vigilantly awaiting, but as they say, assumptions made are mistakes readied. Present yourself, so that I may take the measure of you. What? Spare me your technical argot and hop to it then! Finished already? Go about your business then.
People are gonna start to talk. Aren't you reliable? I just need one moment to copy the data. There, all done. Thank you ever so much. Was there anything else you wish to discuss?
Substitute. Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume with Auntie's Choice. Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's darling.
I see you're back from the Protectorate's little mind manipulation spot. Are there secrets in hand, yes?
Our team at Proprietary Insight Acquisition has been salivating over the potential commercial applications of that process. Well, got what we needed. Sometimes a body count can't be helped.
Better in the ground than in our enemy's employ. Nice work, my ameliorator.
Now, I assume you won't mind we have a few questions about the process. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology. That will all no doubt prove useful, but we're most interested in the technology and its results.
Just how much money your toil is netting us. It's time for profit forecast time, starting with product development, the borscht loaf and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing wizards selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements, sales of new and improved stimulants and nutrition supplements are up 11% quarter over quarter. Not too shabby, but that's small change compared to experimental operations where
Can't say I like the sound of that. Seems like they'd be difficult to market to.
How truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive make terrible customers. They could barely even be considered consumers at all.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable?
next fiscal semi-decade. Credit where it's due. To me, as your chief executive, I've fostered a healthy
Ah, good to know, good to know.
between our top divisions. Jealousy, hard feelings,
That's certainly interesting. Intriguing, even. What else? But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? So much for their vaunted moral high ground, and so much for us exploiting that piece of technology. Excellent. Well, here's your reward, along with something extra for your effort. Too bad about the lead scientist. Converting him would have earned you an above-average payout. All right. For your next assignment, well, it's something of an organizational priority.
Congratulations! Your storied success has earned you a whole entire minute with our illustrious leader, Auntie Cleo!
So your preliminary chores are complete? Oh, finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. Ah, I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? Good. Good. If only more employees shared your dispassionate air, I'd spend less time burying workforce resources complaints. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date, we've considered our rivals. Certain communications have even been exchanged between our ship and the Order's headquarters. You've spoken to the delegates, yes? A cessation of hostilities could present any number of potentially profitable options, assuming we could work out favorable terms. Oh, my security team would never allow it, but a call like this over a secure line should be an acceptable alternative. Of course, Ruth would also need to agree. Perhaps if you were to perform a few useful errands for the Order, you might earn a meeting with her to propose the same. Have Ruth reach out when she's ready to talk, and I'll set up a call on a secure line next door. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable infection. With Auntie's choice.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you now. How might we be of use to one another? Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet. Yes, you've earned not only my trust, but the Order's as well. I hope you'll continue working with us in the future. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
Good to see you again. I had hoped we could speak earlier, but no matter. A little time remains. You are a crucial variable in the solution to a critical problem. Since the unfortunate end of the peace talks, Gertie and I have kept in communication, and we believe it is still possible to get the Order and Auntie's Choice to work together. When you go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please raise the issue with her. I assure you this is the correct thing to do. For yourself, for us, for Arcadia. For one, having the allied might of their forces at your back when facing down the Protectorate. If that's not sufficient, perhaps some additional incentive could also be provided. And if you might consider an appeal to your better nature, ending the conflict between Auntie's Choice and the Order would have untold benefits for all Arcadia. Farewell. I would say good luck, but I put no stock in chance, only probability. May the plan favor us against long odds.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now, with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Prudent. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future. Not with a sufficient spine. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement. Sorry to disappoint. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. I just received the most curious transmission from Auntie Cleo. She wishes to discuss a partnership of sorts, and I heard you were the source of this plot. I am aware of how persuasive Vicar Levin can be. I would not have sent any old polemic to represent the Order at Greater Tranquility. But I know you factored into this as well. I must admit I have significant doubts about colluding with an entity like Auntie's Choice. Why should the Order agree to even entertain the possibility?
Simply put, we got the troops, the firepower, and the know-how to beat the Protectorate. Respectfully, I think we both know that your forces can't do that on their own.
Military support loses its usefulness quickly in times of peace. It is that which gives me pause, among other concerns. Your reputation is the least important factor in all of this, and I have heard nothing that would persuade me to agree to this proposed arrangement. I will relay my decision to Auntie. The Order does not require a corporation's help to win this war. The only time she and I may speak will be when I accept her surrender. But now, let us move on from this discussion. The archive remains at the forefront of my mind, as it must be on yours, or else you would not be here. Rift data. And how did you come by this acquisition, if I may ask? It troubles you what you had to do to get this data. It must have been a difficult choice. But difficulty is not a metric useful in judging a decision as right or wrong. Something hard is only hard. Time determines the rest. Walk me through your plan, then. Once the data is processed, what then? And so it may, but perhaps we are putting the solution before the problem. Until the Order has control over the archive again, this discussion is all but moot. Indeed. My inquisitive nature sometimes gets the better of me. Any way I interpret the numbers, it is obvious the plan brought you here to deliver the archive out of Protectorate subjugation and back into Order hands. But before we go further, you should be aware, by aligning yourself with us in this matter, Auntie's Choice will almost assuredly see you as a threat to their interests.
That's putting it mildly. They don't take kindly to folk reneging on a deal, even if said deal ain't been officially struck. But if this is the path you want to go down, I'll be there with you.
This trooper shows unexpected sagacity for one of her organization. The rest of Auntie's Choice will not be so amenable. Are you prepared to accept these consequences? I understand.
Be the statistical exception to the natural state of entropy in the universe.
First, now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Faith is trust. Now then, I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. I admit, when I sent my initial message, your recent confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift, if your actions were... However, I just received the most curious transmission from Auntie Cleo. I must admit I have significant doubts about colluding with an entity like Auntie's Choice.
Simply put?
Military support loses its usefulness quickly in times of peace. That was not my question. What is your envisioned outcome for this disputation? I doubt Auntie would see such parody as anything less than a loss, but I confess, I am curious to speak with her directly and hear her... What do they call it? Pitch. Auntie Cleo has already proposed a secure conference room on board the undisputed claim for our use. I will await your arrival there to mediate.
Line our pockets.
I believe our group's combined efforts are in direct accord.
And consume with Auntie's Choice.
I just had word from that old number cruncher on Cloister. Alden tells me you agreed to continue collaboration if they partner with us. It's only a matter of time before they come to see the...
Don't wait for a line to form in front of you. Availability is severely limited. Let this be the first...
Good luck, my ameliorator.
Don't let us keep...
You can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's Choice.
Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business.
There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to...
Oh, yes. Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Oh, spare no detail.
This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better. If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not, these negotiations may prove short indeed.
I suppose you've passed muster. Certainly not averse to getting your hands dirty. But the give and take of deal-making is another matter entirely. From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points still in need of massage. Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology.
Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control of the archive without interference from Auntie's Choice.
What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? We would put it to far more practical use. Imagine the marketing strategies it could develop.
I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question.
I am amenable to that proposition. Less work on our part.
I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal.
No one said anything about paying, but, it would be a pittance compared to the future profits we might derive.
Involving money in science seems questionable. But having access to Auntie's resources would be useful for our research. Fine. Yes, I agree. Reluctantly.
Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive. And I assure you that Auntie's Choice values science. Nothing bad has ever happened when science and commerce are combined.
On the subject of science, it would be most prudent for us to discuss who will be overseeing the management of skip drives, specifically the production of skip cores.
No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all.
Where Auntie's Choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience.
So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? Preposterous, and a waste of a perfectly good monopoly.
We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity.
Exactly right.
I will want to run some calculations to be sure, but I'm willing to concede on this point for now. There is still the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate's rift technology once the war is finished. Although the science is still largely theoretical, this technology could be used to not only close rifts, but create new ones. A dangerous power indeed, left in the wrong hands.
The Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's Choice would actually use it. For good, of course. In a gainful manner.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy, while the Protectorate decide what its subjects get.
I'd be remiss if I didn't note that Auntie's Choice also has scientists. Very good ones, in fact.
Yes, but we're doing ourselves no favors if we can't admit we could do better. We got the ingenuity. We just need the same amount of care, too.
I am certain your scientists are adequate, but compared to Order minds, it would be foolish to pretend there is any contest.
My scientists don't perpetually dither with profitless theoretical impracticalities. They produce tangible, worthwhile results in short order, or else. A 50-50 split? But that's so equal. A poke in the eye would cost me less overhead. If Ruth's open to it, I believe I can agree on the general terms here. And, well, we can haggle over minor quibbling details like percentages later.
I shall look forward to brokering the math with you, Cleo. There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor, controlled by Auntie's Choice.
I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe for general use. Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly need with such dangerous compounds? Running a little experiment, are we? On what? Or whom?
That is, quite frankly, none of your concern.
Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should withhold extremely dangerous chemicals if not properly notified of what they will be used for.
I will make no progress with my request without further explanation, will I? While the archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly. Brain-to-logic assembly, as it were. Unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it. No, it is most certainly not. But if humanity only pursued the safe course, we would still be subsisting in caves rather than thriving amongst the stars. Being first inherently comes with risk, but better that I should undertake this endeavor than ask another to do so on my behalf. I am singularly positioned for the task.
And I thought we were the ones who threw caution to the wind. Oh, well, Ruth, if worst comes to worst, I'd be happy to serve as a substitute teacher for the Order.
A generous offer, but I fear you lack a certain number of qualifications. Conscience, for example. That math is confidential, but I have enough reason to believe the outcome will be favorable. I did not anticipate needing to fight for my own physical autonomy, but thank you for respecting my choice.
Oh, how it's delightful to me to see you squirm. All right. I'll get you your weird chemicals. I'll even provide you our corporate discount, practically wholesale. Best I'll say is today's outcome is workable. Barely. Our gains were not as exclusive as I had hoped they'd be.
Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward.
By all means, know your worth and own your accomplishments. Perhaps when I'm more out of earshot, though. Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice products out on the value-added Esplanade, or enjoy a refreshing cocktail at the Best Choice. And do come see me personally when you have time. I have just the thing in mind for an accomplished freelancer such as yourself.
One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the archive to consider.
We'll, of course, provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your people call my people to sort details. Doodaloo!
Brusque as ever. Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the Protectorate forces easier, especially if supported by your help. But it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately, I have already given this some thought. First, we must reclaim Spireton from the enemy. Spireton once served as the Order's headquarters, due to its proximity to the archive. Its loss was an affront, and remains so. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the archive by alternate means, via a bridge connected to Newton. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge. Or Ordinarily, I do not fancy surprises. But you are proving an exception to that rule. With such a device in hand, bypassing the rift should be as rudimentary as pie. And perhaps at some later date, you will also permit our scientists to analyze this gadget at length in one of our labs, provided all goes according to plan. There is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the archive called the Calcaduceus. The Calcaduceus grants special access to the archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more. Rift data. And how did you come by this acquisition, if I may ask? It troubles you what you had to do to get this data. It must have been a difficult choice. Until the Order has control, may you achieve progress.
I never would have foreseen this day would come. You are exceedingly unpredictable, Commander. In a good way. Mostly.
Sometimes you can't score a body goal without an offsides hawk. Play by the rules or play to win.
We deserve it.
Motivated. Certainly you are. Now, step up. A line of scrummage and let's bludgeon the competition. Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to...
member of society, we allow you to take part in public product testing, respecting your right to risk a few pesky side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and well-suited to the shifting needs of our populace. After all,
we've successfully co-opted yet another of our rivals. Can't believe those eggheads accepted the deal. What's next on my agenda?
That outside contractor is here. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
Ah, there you are. Our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. You've proved quite useful. Keep it up. You'll be going places. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. I have no stomach for those with no stomach regarding me having no stomach. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for only the most trusted confidants. And covered in detail buried within the confidentiality clause you agreed to on arrival. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes?
Well, ain't meaning no disrespect. It's just everyone was saying that you were focused on a product launch or avoiding assassination attempts. That's why you weren't seen in public.
Poor dear, believing that erroneous drivel. You do know I have a reputation to maintain. I can't let every rung leech know my condition and open the door for plotting. I ask again, do you have any problems with the previously mentioned stipulations? Fortunately, when you're the head of an advanced medical technology corporation, you become first in line for any experimental life-preserving procedures. As far as what happened, I was the victim of an unfortunate industrial accident shortly after we arrived here, the details of which are less salient than the details of what comes next.
Not at this time. Though I wouldn't mind a little grave robbing in the way today. No, we have a mission for you that is vital to Auntie's Choice's survival.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously improved replacement body. There was a past proposal to utilize grafts, but, once I saw what happened to those misfortunates in the experiment, like your hanger-on here, the idea was promptly abandoned.
Wait, are you saying that the grafting program was only started up to help you with your condition and was shuttered because it couldn't?
Yes, keep up, dear. You think we would have invested money in such a risky procedure for gains on the battlefield? Well, that's what bombs are for.
That means your scientists lied to us, and our suffering didn't mean anything at all. Is that right? Me and mine were just lab sprats to you this whole time?
This is what you signed up for. Tell me, did you also believe that we came here to solely liberate Arcadia and not for its resources? Oh, you did. How sad. The body I want isn't just some simple yet stylistically sutured together amalgamation of corpses to bolt my head atop.
Not, this time, at any rate.
No, to find me the perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated automated automech factory over on Prater. Not just any automechanical, something much, much more exciting. That facility was designed to build complex automechs, a natural choice when the Protectorate began experimenting with a proxy body for the original sovereign. It was the last in a long line of his ill-fated life extension experiments. Work halted when he died, and the torso prosthesis they developed has been locked in the lab ever since. Make it mine.
There's a sub-facility beneath the automech factory. Its entrance, being hidden, is easy to miss. But we can show you how to find it.
Well then, fetch me my new body, and we can finally begin bringing this system to heel.
I'm damn glad we could get Auntie's choice and the Order to make peace with one another. I was worried for a minute that Basar was gonna pass up a good deal. Reckon this news will give the Arcadians hope. Lon knows they need it. Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander?
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you can't spell heinous aesthetic without Auntie's choice.
Make yourself scarce. Leave.
It defies belief you negotiated a partnership between Auntie's Choice and my colleagues. I've no faith in my predictions now. Don't try to talk sense into me, dear. On this topic, I'd prefer to remain obstinate. May all...
Steal it. Steal it.
An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Auntie's choice.
I can't believe it. The only reason the grafting program was created was for Auntie's sake. And when it didn't work, we were tossed aside like broken toys. And for her to say outright that she's only here for the resources and the manpower, oh, she really took us all for a ride, didn't she? She told us we were liberators, that anyone could be a hero and be rewarded. Ain't nothing but lies. And it ain't just Ortiz that's dead as a result. No. In fact, I'm a mite more galvanized to prove Auntie wrong and make these experiments worth it for us bottom rungers. Sure, she'd be happy to sweep all this aside. I won't let her. Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out.
Now that you've met our presiding bishop, what are your thoughts? Ah, you're validating my hypothesis. Thank you, dear. That's all any scientician ever wants. May the plan favor us.
Steal it. Steal it.
Have no truck with the ambition deficient. Respected subordinates, spare me no gumption, and I promise we will all thrive.
can't imagine, but that we can sell you recipes for. We are also the only
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice.
Product is provided free of charge and is not the property of Auntie's Choice.
Remember what we discussed and
Eating of said parasite absolves Auntie's Choice of any legal responsibility. Throughout the
As I expected, spies from Anti-Cleo! Seize them!
Hurt like us.
I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal Protectorate subject by operating at...
Might have a problem.
All it took was some light instruction and a restorative cocktail to abrade my imperfections.
Worthless bodies.
Yeah.
The operator has returned.
The console provides, the system abides.
Is a fellow sub feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment?
Prudence dictates.
You are the...
Prudence dictates. We cherish all we have. And defend
our enemies. And
prudence dictates.
Preserve set progress. Sustain the system. Gray gone astray.
Remember, the console provides, the system abides. Prudence dictates.
Is a fellow sub feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshments?
Prudence dictates.
You are the...
Prudence dictates. We cherish all we have and defend
Our enemies and
Prudence dictates.
preserve said progress. Sustain the system. Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshments?
Prudence dictates. The console provides the system of minds. Prudence dictates.
Feeling distracted?
Eliminate.
Perfect society demands perfect thoughts.
Stop
Perfection is
talking.
impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
Hurt like us.
Yeah.
Aggressors in range. Neighborly, suspicion, rightly so.
Rival. Eliminate.
Back in business.
Visual scans confirmed. Well,
Appreciate protectorate craftsmanship.
Serving.
Reviving me is strategically optimal.
Better than overtime. For Gary! Non-compete!
Lift me up. I do it for you.
Lead! Take their place.
Combatant observed.
All it took was some light instruction.
Worthless bodies.
First our pride.
The ball! Stop talking.
Hostile ahead. What's the play, Commander?
Yeah.
Hurt like us.
Yeah.
Subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sun.
Unfriendly.
Worthless bodies.
until I landed on a hospital.
Eliminate.
So neighborly, suspicion, rightly so.
Stop talking.
Make me walk on over there, huh? Trust the plan.
Rival. Eliminate.
Honing in on source. Search parameter time limit.
Worthless bodies.
Yeah.
Trouble ahead.
Hurt like us.
What? With some light instruction and a restorative cocktail to abrade my imperfections.
Stop talking.
I understand this spot has strategic significance for the defense of the archive, but it is horrifyingly banal. I mean, I've been stationed in some backwater burgs in the past. Seriously? Do these order eggheads do anything for fun around here? It's all math charts and chalkboards, and how many abakai does one outpost need? Hope they never retake this place, because I'm throwing all of it away.
Rival. Eliminate.
Raft's back in business. Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Replenishing my firearm.
Taking cover.
worthless bodies. Hurt like us.
Your due, because our way is superior to others.
Rival. Eliminate. Take their place.
Threat detected.
I'm checking it out.
Stop talking.
What? Disruptive and every
Stake our claim.
We see you didn't mean rivals are no doubt sitting comfortably in probabilistic analysis and classification.
Yeah.
Have the firm benevolent hand of the console to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury of
I've been trying to calculate which is the worst disruptor. Unforeseen factors, random elements, or anomalous outliers. I suppose bad data is bad data, whatever the cause.
Field work without data collection is an idle time pass.
May all your theories prove true.
Move it.
As predicted, Spireton is ours. Above average work. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have numerous calculations to think about.
console. Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Is a fellow sub feeling distracted?
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
You are the...
Prudence dictates...
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They...
Prudence dictates...
Preserve set Grey gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally...
Remember, the console. Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Subject lack feeling distracted.
Prudence dictates we...
Welcome back, Cynthia.
From the lowliest Grey gone astray, book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed? Is a fellow sub feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are...
Prudence dictates... Prudence dictates we reject individualism.
Grey gone astray.
Remember, the console. Prudence dictates we rout all disruption.
remember, commercial is the battle. We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Originality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's Choice.
Soon I'll be able to leave this office in my stylish new automechanical body. After I catch up on a few tasks, that is.
Auntie's Choice. Item. Business is good.